Good morning, everyone. Thank you for joining me again. We had a fair amount of snow here last night, and to celebrate, we're going to take a short walk in the garden. First, I need my coffee. Also, we're going to bring in some firewood, and we will make a beautiful dinner that we can enjoy in front of the fire. Let me finish my coffee, and then we will head outside. In the comments below, let me know whether or not you enjoy snow. I'm okay with it as long as it does not interfere with travel. I love my garden in all seasons, and particularly so in winter. A blanket of white emphasizes the geometric shapes here in the boxwood garden. It also emphasizes tall structures like trees and fountains. I purchased the two fountains you see here about 20 years ago. The fountains provide architectural interest in all seasons, even when water is not flowing from them. Here is the Serpentine garden that I designed on a steep slope. You've seen me sit and drink coffee on a bench in this garden during the warm weather months. The bench is also a good place for winter meditation. I just wish that I had brought along my mug of hot coffee. At the top of the hill is my kitchen garden. About 12 weeks from now, you and I will begin planting here. I can't wait. The temperature is plummeting now. Let's head back to the kitchen. Now, for a warming dinner tonight, we're doing penne pasta with peas, parsley, bacon, and mint. I have all of the ingredients except for the parsley and mint. So let's make a quick trip to the local farm store.
When we wake, hear the birds and see the sun. Side by side our fears are done. Oh, the good times just begun.
Before we buy any food items, I first want to check out the garden supplies in one of the Berry Farm's greenhouses. I will show you what I purchased when we return home. Now I need some parsley and mint. These herbs are grown in climate-controlled greenhouses right here at the farm. We are home again, and I wanted to explain to you why I purchased the vermiculite and the African violet potting mix. It's because in the next video, we are going to tidy up the grow room that you and I created together last year. We're going to start planting seeds, and we're going to pot up a lot of the African violets that I propagated last summer. Let me put these away. I need to bring in firewood, and then we can get cracking on tonight's dinner. I have a big pot of water coming to a boil behind me, and I decided that in addition to the pasta with parsley, peas, bacon, and mint, we should also have some garlic bread. So I have some French bread here, which I'm going to cut in half. It's only 2 of us for dinner, so I don't think I need all of this. I'll do half. I love homemade garlic bread. I should have used my bread knife for this. And for the garlic bread, I'm going to need the equivalent of 1 bunch of Italian flat leaf parsley. And I will need a half cup or so, a big handful, for the pasta main course. And this is the parsley that you and I bought together at the farm store earlier. And I need to mince this. I will put a link for this pasta recipe in the description box below. And since we are mincing things, I might as well mince about a handful of the mint leaves. This is the mint that we bought earlier. I will need a good handful for the pasta dish. It may seem strange to add mint to a pasta dish, but trust me on this one, it really works. And for the pasta, I will also need about 8 ounces of center-cut bacon. We need to cut the bacon into small crosswise pieces, or lardons. If you have pancetta at home, you could absolutely use pancetta instead of bacon. My dog started scratching at the kitchen door as soon as she heard me mention bacon. Oh, okay, no, sweetheart, no, sweetheart. This is raw bacon. You cannot have any. Is your dog like my dog? Let me know in the comments below. Now, there are no exact proportions to any of the ingredients in this pasta dish. So if you want more of one ingredient and less of another, go right ahead and use whatever you feel comfortable using. I think we should assemble the garlic bread first. So I need to melt 1 cup, or about 227 grams of butter. And we will melt this on the stovetop. And our butter has melted. Now I'm going to add one of the garlic pucks from my own homegrown garlic. You could use several squirts of garlic paste here, or 2 or 3 minced cloves of garlic. Then we can turn off the heat and add the equivalent of 1 bunch of minced parsley. Stir that in. I will be adding some cheese directly to the bread, and the cheese is salty, so I'm going to add just a tiny amount of salt to this parsley and butter mixture. Now we can spoon this beautiful, buttery, parsley-y, garlicky sauce right over the bread. We want to make sure that all of the bread is covered in the butter sauce. I'm just brushing this butter over any exposed portion of the bread. We're not ready to bake the bread yet, so I'm going to set this aside, and then we can get busy with the pasta dish. I have 1 pound of penne rigata here. I'm going to cook this just to the al dente stage. That will take probably 9 minutes. Of course, I want to rather heavily salt the water. And in the time it takes the pasta to cook, we can make the parsley and pea mixture. 1 tablespoon or thereabouts of olive oil. And I have my skillet over medium heat. Then we can add the bacon pieces and saute them until they turn brown and crisp. That will take anywhere from 3 to 5 minutes. All right, the bacon has turned brown and crisp. Now I'm going to add 1 cup or about 120 mils of heavy cream. I want to let this cream reduce and thicken while stirring from time to time. We are very thick now after just 1 minute. Now I'm adding 1 teaspoon or thereabouts of Italian seasoning. 1½ cups of peas. These are frozen peas, but of course you could use fresh peas. All of the fresh mint. And the handful of minced parsley. Now the bacon is salty, of course, so all I need to add is a bit of black pepper. And then off heat, I'm going to stir in about 1 cup of grated Parmesan cheese. And just like that, our sauce is done. And our pasta is done as well. I will use this spider to transfer the pasta to the skillet. And I goofed. I was only supposed to use ½ pound of penne pasta. So the remaining pasta will be turned into pasta salad. We can add a bit of the pasta water just to thin out this sauce. This is starting to look amazing. And of course, it will taste just amazing. I'm keeping the pasta warm over here. The oven has preheated to 350 degrees Fahrenheit or 180 degrees Celsius. And now we can put the garlic bread in the oven, about 5 minutes. And while the garlic bread is becoming crispy, we can go light a fire in the parlor. After the garlic bread was in the oven for 5 minutes, I then transferred it to under the broiler for just 1 minute. I like to cut the garlic bread into pieces. I think that perhaps I could live on garlic bread. For a finishing touch, I'm giving the garlic bread a flurry of grated Asiago cheese. The cheese will give the bread another layer of flavor. I'm going to plate up the pasta, and then I will meet you in the parlor. White wine, such as Pinot Grigio, would go very well with this pasta dish, but red wine works equally well. This is a Côte de Rhône. And I already added a little Asiago cheese to my pasta, but I want a little more. Some garlic bread. And Lisette has some garlic bread. And let's tuck into this dish. Another exquisite bite. This penne with parsley, peas, bacon, and mint has got to be one of the most exquisite pasta dishes of all time. I absolutely love it. And let's check out the garlic bread. The garlic bread with the homegrown garlic and the parsley and the butter is just fantastic. And I wanted to mention about the penne pasta. The bacon gives it a wonderful smoky flavor, and the peas provide a green earthiness to the dish, and the mint contributes a refreshing perfume. And of course, the cream just makes everything wonderful. A freezing cold day, a lot of snow outside, a warm fire inside, this dinner. I'm a happy camper. And I think you will be too if you try this dinner. We do a lot of cooking, gardening, and home beautifications on this channel. So if you have not subscribed as of yet, I hope you will do so immediately. And be sure to tap the bell icon so that you can receive notifications every time I upload a new video. And in the next video, we will be doing some gardening. Of course, we will also cook or bake something. And until then, please treat yourself exquisitely well, and I will see you next time. Bye for now, friends.